watching Polkadot. Waiting for a potential entry here on the 15-minute. So we have the 15-minute here. Down here, this is the daily chart. Slide this down. Here we have the daily chart. This grid that you see here, this is a Fibonacci retracement. This blue line that you're seeing here, this is the 200 EMA. This is Camarilla pivot S3. This is Camarilla pivot S4. So right now I am waiting for pullback to this 4259 level to take an entry here on Polkadot. Right now I'm already at or past 3 to 1 or 4 to 1 on my risk to reward ratio. So I'm in the clear to take this trade as soon as we, if we get to our target entry point, which is 4259, or right here at this 200 EMA. And this is on pullback from selling off below the S4 level. So if I get currency pair that sells below the S4 level, this is my signal to go short, and in this candle we did that. So right now just waiting for an entry opportunity at pullback to get the or to get a good risk to reward ratio. So what we're seeing here is, let's see, so we're getting close. We're testing this moving average, and if we can get a little closer, we'll get into this one. So if you bring your attention over here, in this area here, this is the slow stochastic, which is right here, and this is the MACD, which is right here. Alright, we got a new 15-minute candle, and we can see the slow stochastic now has, in the last two candles, has gone from an over sold condition to moving very quickly up towards an overbought condition. But we'll see how it goes as we continue to observe price action here. And we can also see when I scroll over the candlesticks, if you can bring your attention to the slow stochastic here in this area, we'll see the crossover here of the slow stochastic. As here we're at 9 on the slow K and the slow D's at 14, and we can see here in this candle we have an 18 on the slow K and a 14 on the slow D. So we have that cross here that coincides with what I marked here on these oversold conditions. These will typically trigger some buying, which will lead to pullback or reversal. In this instance, we're looking for only pullback, and we can see here on the next candle the slow K goes higher, and we can see here on this candle it's even higher. So we're getting the the price action that we want to see as far as in moving towards our target entry. And then with the MACD here, we're still negative on the MACD, but we can see with every candle here on the MACD, we're getting closer to zero and may potentially turn green. Just depends on how the numbers go. And then we want to get here to this target here for this entry at 4259. So we're getting some consolidation early here in this new 15-minute candle here at the 6:30 mark, and seems like we're starting to get a little bit of buying pressure into this consolidation candle early here, or at least it's been selling, and it seems like some buying pressure just kind of came in. We'll see if it's enough to get to the entry or not, or if it continues. And this is the part of trading that some of us struggle with, or all of us struggle with at some times, but just the waiting part. So especially with a candle like the previous candle that was just a few cents away here from a potential entry. There are plenty of days where even getting this close, I would have taken the entry, or seeing selling here in this initial candle right after, and being very tempted to not want to miss the move and take the position right here. But my experience tells me that if I take the position right here, as soon as I enter, it will pull back. So if I want it to pull back right now, I'll take an entry, and then it'll pull back, just like now. So this is what I'm accustomed to. So I'm trying to do a better job at being patient and waiting for target if it comes. If it doesn't come, then I won't take the position. And with the way that things have been selling off today, there may not be any positions if Polkadot doesn't set up for me, which is okay. It's not ideal. When you're trading, you want to trade, but there's a difference between trading and trading well, and I'm definitely trying to do a better job of trading well. Trading's easy. Press some buttons and you're trading. Trading well is a different story. So trying to work on trading well and being patient as much as I can, and we'll see how it goes. But if you trade it for any length of time, you understand what I'm saying. It seems like things happen the opposite of what you have going on. But we'll take a quick look at some of the other currency pairs that I was watching this morning that were long gone, or at least weren't long gone. They were right at where I would normally enter them at a breakout, because there wasn't much, if any, pullback today. So we'll slide over and we can see what I'm saying here with Bitcoin. So I started watching Bitcoin around here, which is S4 here, for an S4 short potentially. But it pulls back up here before it breaks out even and sells off. So never got a chance to get in that one, or at least I could have if I would have tried to get in at the breakout, but I'm doing or I've made some adjustments to my trading strategy to now only want to get in and pull back instead of trying to get in at the breakout level. I've just observed when I try to get in at the breakout level, there's always pullback, and either I have to survive the pullback, which a little pullback is fine, a lot of pullback is not fine. If you try to get in at the breakout, there's likely a lot of pullback unless the move is already ready to go. But this is rare. When I get into a position, it's usually I get into the position at the, let's say on a short, at the lowest possible position, and then it pulls back to where I would normally enter. So trying to work on getting better entries for price and for let's say psychological or less psychological pressure. We can see here we've got Ethereum here at S4, and it seems like everything was trading above this 200 EMA here on the 15-minute yesterday. Everything has found its way back below in correlation with the daily here. So the last few days, it's been fighting this 200 EMA here on the 15-minute. Every day, having everything well below on the daily and well above here, like this is yesterday. And you can see it's just marching pretty much above it, and then we start to fail and then really lose it this morning. So yeah, not a lot of options as far as in when it comes to trading opportunities. Later here this morning, we can see here Cardano, same thing. Big sell-off here under the 200 EMA. You can see the same thing with Dogecoin. Same thing this morning, huge sell-off. This is actually up here. So yeah, things barely pull back as far as in as much as you would expect from a move like this. So since I'm not getting entry opportunities, and it's pretty early in the session for me, just watching things go past me. So doing my best not to get FOMO, and so far I've allowed everything to, or so far I've allowed price action to be. I've not jumped into anything just because I don't think I'm going to get pulled back. Same thing with this one here. Maybe it'll get to my pullback target, maybe it won't, but we'll see. I decided to come up here to see if I'd be able to catch the trade live, but the way the price action is going now, it seems like if I would have entered this, then I'd be up right now. But I don't want to get in the habit of taking exceptions to my trading rules. So if it means no trade, I'll take the A+ for discipline and no trades for today. I can say I've spent many days trading, many years trading, but it's not worth it. Excuse me. It's not worth it for me, at least today. Tomorrow I may have more FOMO or less patience or things like that, but I'll deal with that tomorrow if that comes. But today, from a psychological perspective, just wanting to perform at my best. And my best is a little different every day, but today I have the fortitude to wait for my target entry or no trade. So hopefully that fortitude will hold throughout the day. And again, even a bit cautious on this trade simply because everything has sold off so aggressively this morning, and this being the potentially strongest currency pair because it sold off the least, but it's also the only one that's still in an area that's giving me a trade opportunity based on my rules. So it's a good thing in that sense, but also something that I'm cautious about because the move may be over, and this could just be, we could just head into a lot of consolidation for the day and this go nowhere. Things could start to reverse because ATRs may have been reached, or they're extended, so it's difficult to gauge, but you never know. And if my setup sets up, I'm just going to take it, and not so much concerned about winning or losing, but more concerned about taking my setup when I see it and then letting the probabilities of trading the crypto market work themselves out. I don't have any control over whether or not a trade works out. The only thing I have control over is how I manage myself with that trading opportunity. But yeah, just a bit on psychology here, and we've got 2 minutes before, less than 2 minutes before this candle closes, and we get a new candle here. This 6:45 candle is approaching, so I'll stick around and we'll see if we can get some continuation on this potential pullback here. And if we do, I'll take that entry, which I want to do, but it's got to give it to me. I found these, the use of the Fibonacci retracement very helpful from a psychological perspective and from a monetary perspective. It definitely gives me some confidence in my trading, knowing that this is what I expect this particular currency pair to do, and then seeing currency pairs do it, as far as in respecting the Fibonacci levels and things, like seeing that over and over again, day in and day out, different currency pairs. You develop a sense of confidence or a sense of trust to a degree for these levels. And I've even actually been considering whether or not I want to, instead of taking trades at the 0.618 level, considering taking trades at the 0.764 level. I notice I get in at the 0.618, and then there'll be pullback to the 0.764. But I'm okay with some pullback, just making sure I want to get my entry just in case we don't get that far. Like, for example, today for this POLKADOT potential trade here, the fact that the 200 EMA on the 15 is right at the 0.618 level, I'm not going to let it get past that level before taking an entry today. So today is not the day where I'm going to experiment with going a little deeper in the pullback. But also taking the breakouts. Pros and cons, but I think this slower approach, I think is good for how I like to trade. Just just allowing things to set up for me, letting the trades come to me more, not feeling like in this position I don't feel like I'm chasing this trade. I feel like I'm waiting for it to come to me, which psychologically gives me comfort, because I don't feel like I'm scrambling or needing to rush in order to get set up. It's more of, okay, I know what I need to do, and I know what the currency pair needs to do. So to me, it's like cooking or something, or anything. It's like when it's ready, then it's ready. But before it's ready, it's just not ready. So the way that I look at this particular currency pair right now is, okay, we haven't reached the target entry on the Fibonacci level, so it's just not ready. And typically I would be like, all right, we had pullback. We got pullback for a couple candles. We've got higher, or we're getting higher highs here, higher lows. Here we're starting to sell. This might break out here. So if this breaks out here, I'll put my stop here or just above here, and then I'll take an entry for this sell-off, because now, pullback has peaked and, we're selling again. Look at the slow K is starting to flatten. I'd be telling myself all these things and be like, all right, we're sloping down, let's go. And this all could be true, but I'm not going to take a trade based off of that. I'm just going to wait. But it seems like this, if POLKADOT does make it up to my entry, it looks like it may be a little while. But we'll see. This could shake out a few different ways here. But let's be patient. Let's see if we got a crossover on the MACD here, which may be what it'll take. So here, slow stochastic, here's the MACD. Right now the MACD is negative, so we'll see if we're headed towards anywhere positive here on the MACD. We'll have to see how this candle closes, but right now, and we'll see if we put in a new low. So let's check out the lows on these candles here. Let's see if we put in a new low. So the low here is 4224. The low here is 4223. So this put in a low. So in order for this to make it back up here to my target, this would have to be an engulfing candle, meaning that the low is lower than the previous candle and the high is higher than the previous candle. It certainly happens in price action, but I would be really surprised if it happened here. Now we're down to 4222. So we'll see how this goes. But I don't think this is going to hit my entry target in this candle with this type of price action. So there may be more waiting, or this may be a 40-minute wait until the open, until the volume comes in and we see how the rest of the day goes. But just my thoughts on some psychology of waiting for the trade here. This is On Tilt Trading, and we'll see you next time.